So I'm having a hard time not showing the injuries on this dog, but I'm going to try it again here. I want y'all to check this out. This story surfaced a few hours ago. They claim that they're looking for someone who burnt a dog, set a dog on fire, allegedly. They say it was beaten and burnt to death.
Investigators are asking for your help in finding a person who set a dog on fire in the Fifth Ward area. Now, we do want to warn you before we show them to you. Some of these photographs are disturbing to look at. Police say the dog, named Lucky, was found with severe burns outside of a home near Hutton and Lee on Friday morning. He was handed over to the Houston Humane Society for care, and they say he also suffered blunt force trauma and burns not only on his body but in his mouth. They believe an accelerant was used.
It's been very hard to just...
So you believe somebody deliberately burned the inside of the dog's mouth, like with a blowtorch? You know how difficult that is to do? Even if you have a blowtorch, I mean, it is hard to blowtorch the inside of a pit bull's mouth if you don't own the pit bull. Okay, but let's finish this. Listen to what she has to say.
To see how someone can be so evil and do something to such a loving companion, just like Lucky. Like I mentioned, Lucky is such a good boy, and to know that there is some kind of evil in the world that...
Okay, now look. It is not acceptable or professional to assume for her to call that dog a good boy. That's unprofessional and unrealistic. The truth is, she don't know the history of that dog. She has no idea what that dog has done. That dog could have killed people. No, there's nothing acceptable, there's nothing humane or godly about doing that. Okay? That needs to stop. When you find a dog somewhere with an injury and automatically it's a good boy just because it hasn't attacked any of you yet.
And just like Lucky, like I mentioned, Lucky is such a good boy, and to know that there is some kind of evil in the world that would set a dog on fire, it's very traumatic.
Anyone with information in this disturbing case is asked to call the HPD Animal Cruelty Division at 713.
No, wait a minute. Like I said, when somebody wants to just randomly injure a dog, they usually don't set them on fire. It's difficult to do that. And it's too strenuous, time consuming. It's too much room for error. You got to douse the thing, properly with some type of lighter fluid or something, gasoline or whatever. You got to make sure it's properly saturated. Then you got to catch the thing again to set it on fire. Nobody wants to go through that. And then this dog has the inside of his mouth burnt. That's even more difficult. Who's going to take the time to restrain a pit bull and somehow get it to hold its mouth open, or somehow get it to keep its mouth open? Why would you go through all that just to burn the inside of its mouth? This sounds like something random happened. Like maybe the thing ate some fireworks. I don't know. They're always trying to eat things. They even eat rocks. Who knows what could have happened? But to just assume that this is a case of cruelty where somebody was just evil and want to see the dog burned, that's ridiculous. And I don't accept that. That's slander against me. If you want to just blindly accuse people and you don't know who did it or if they did what you're accusing them of doing, then you may as well be talking about me and everybody else. You can't do that. It's really that simple. You don't know what happened. This could have been a random freak accident. And to assume that somebody torched the dog, you have to make it believable. How could somebody possibly do that, especially to a random dog? And if this sounds like something that the owner did, well, why would the owner of such a loving pooch want to do something like that anyways?